China's lead in humanoid AI robots set to widen over the next 3 to 5 years. Today on Here's the Scoop. Today's article comes from investing.com, and we're talking about China's lead in humanoid AI robots. So the article says China's dominance in humanoid artificial intelligence robots is set to deepen over the next 3 to 5 years, according to Morgan Stanley, which sees Beijing's rapid advances in embodied AI outpacing Western efforts. The bank's analyst said the U.S. cannot avoid engaging with China in this strategically sensitive sector, even as national security concerns remain a priority. So, even though the American government doesn't really trust the Chinese government, they still have to interact with the Chinese government because the Chinese government is making more strides in AI currently than we are. That's basically what they're saying. Even if it ends up biting us in the butt somehow, even though we still have security problems, we still have to deal with China because they're basically ahead of us in this AI war or whatever they call it. They call it like the AI wars. Quote, in order to diversify U.S. manufacturing away from China, the U.S. will likely need to work with China, analyst Adam Jonas said in a Wednesday note. So basically, Jonas is saying we actually need to work with China in order to leave China, which is crazy, but we'll continue. China's competitive edge lies in its ability to produce at scale. Jonas pointed out that the country is already well ahead of the West with respect to volume production of AI robots, including humanoids. So maybe he's saying, like, we need to get what we can from them and then create our own kind of thing. That lead, the analyst said, is likely to widen over the next 3 to 5 years before it begins to narrow. A viable US based AI enabled robotics business will rely on China for the foreseeable future. So, China is producing the internal products that will be needed to produce for us our AI enabled robotics. That's basically what they're saying. We're not producing those internal factors that we'll need. Jonas drew parallels with the TikTok deal struck in Madrid, framing it as a template for how future cooperation in autos, robotics, and AI could unfold between Washington and Beijing. Quote, U.S. autonomous vehicle slash AI robot policy is effectively outsourced to Beijing. The analyst wrote, arguing that faster Chinese moves will likely spur bipartisan support in Washington to foster homegrown capabilities. China's position in the global ecosystem is also evident in equity markets. Morgan Stanley's Humanoid 100 index of global enablers includes 30 China based companies. So basically, 30 companies are in their Humanoid 100 index, which is a big percentage. The analyst suggested that the future may allow a, quote, U.S. brain, China body model with American innovation in software and AI paired with Chinese expertise in hardware and manufacturing. So I guess this is why Trump was trying to invest or did invest some money in Intel because Intel is an American chip maker, but Nvidia and Samsung, and I think there's one more, they kind of have the bulk share when it comes to making chips. So I don't really know if Intel can catch up, even if the government invested, a lot of their money into it. And as you can see, actually, right over here, I think this is Intel stock, actually, INTC. Yep. And it's at $30 a share right now, it was at 24. So it did kind of jump. But again, the stock market's up and down all the time. Who knows if it'll keep going up or not? We'll just have to see. But Nvidia here you see is at 176, and that's the other chip maker that has a lot of the share right now. Quote, you can't keep the world's best auto product away from the world's consumer forever, Jonas said, pointing to China's low cost electric vehicles, batteries, and motors as examples of globally competitive products. But I think that America will try and do that because we have our own electric cars that we're working with, and they don't want Americans, buying a cheap electric Chinese car because then a lot of people, they'd rather buy a brand new cheap Chinese electric car than buy a used American car that's $50,000. You see what I'm saying? So this is the real reason why they don't want to move in or allow Chinese electric cars into the U.S. because many of them you can buy like a brand new one for like 10K. It's crazy. And it might be small, but it's brand new. compared to like an old junker with a lot of miles on it that is going to cost you like 25,000 to $50,000 for what? So this is why they don't want it. So they might. I mean, in the future, you never know what can happen, but based on what we're dealing with now, I doubt it. The analysts concluded that being bullish on both Chinese equities and U.S. onshoring is not mutually exclusive. Instead, competition and selective cooperation are likely to shape the trajectory of humanoid AI development in the years ahead. So, yeah, I agree with that. Like, we're going to have to work with China when it comes to the whole AI thing because they are working harder, faster, and probably, smarter at the whole AI situation. They're throwing more money at it. They've got more brains going into it, and I think we're trying to catch up. But they have a bigger population than us. They have more people that are engineers and into tech than us. So obviously, they're ahead of us. So we're gonna have to work with China. But what do you guys think about this? Do you feel like we should be working with them, or do you feel like no, we shouldn't be working with them? Do you feel like it's inevitable we might end up getting more Chinese AI products, or America's going to try to keep blocking these products? Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Would you want a humanoid AI robot in your house? Let us know. Would you want to wake up and be able to order your humanoid AI robot to do this for you, get your coffee, make your breakfast? Or would you be scared that they'll freak out one day and try and delete you in your own house? I mean, listen, the movies have already told the story. I'm just asking the questions, guys. So let me know what you think below. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.